So it's What's Trending with David Conolly and his one and only friend Nick Morton. Nick,
I thought you were going to say his wife.
And his wife.
I'm your trending wife. Your trending
wife. He's my trending wife. All right,
what
trending
is trending?
Wife. All right, we've got a few subjects. I'm going to let you choose. Top trending subject at the moment is Ricky Vaughan. He's trending for not being allowed on Twitter. So he's trending for not trending.
Do you know what he said? What did he say? That was so awful.
He said something very right-wing and obnoxious. So do we want to talk about that? Do we want to talk about Julian Assange? Or do we want to talk about the fact that human beings, this is the number one trending in Britain, which is my country, of course, I'm ashamed to say, is that human beings only live till they're 115.
Right, but they only live to like 72 in Britain. Because of your health system.
And their teeth live even
shorter. And they're all like toothless and I'm old, I can barely gum this blood sausage.
That's by the time they're 15.
Oh, where people live to 115 but not in England. I mean, thank God. You know, I honestly thought that I would live to be maybe 26. And like now I'm like almost double. I'm 40 something, and like I'm kind of like there are days when I'm like I've kind of had enough. Like
you're done. You're done. Yeah, put a fork in.
I kind of did everything.
Lucky you. I'm so jealous of that statement. What's kind of sad about it, there was a woman in 1997 and she lived to the age of 122. But then I look at the picture of her and go, oh God, yeah. I mean, she did look like a living skeleton. And they say that's the sad thing. We're managing to eradicate disease, but what we're not catching up with, we're not rejuvenating our DNA. So we're losing that youthfulness, and we don't know how to get it back.
You know, the thing is, when you're young, you live to fuck, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to be middle-aged, and you basically, like, you live to eat. You know, you look at these middle-aged people, they're foodies, they're eating, like, you know, everything's sous vide and, you know, whatever, and then, like, they just get fat, and then you get to be old age, and you just live to shit. I mean, you're just dying to take a decent shit. And...
Well, they say that's part of it. It's the reproduction. We reproduce in our youth. And as we're not reproducing later on in life because we're not really capable of it, they say that's part of the issue, that we haven't evolved enough. And I hate to say it, it's not going to happen in our lifetime, Nick. We are not going to get beyond 115.
I'm 45 and I still live to fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that goes on for. I mean, there was a brief point in my 20s when I had some dough and I started to live to eat, and I'm so embarrassed by those years. Like, what the fuck was I doing as a 22-year-old sitting in some fancy restaurant?
You were preparing for your dotage. Yeah, well, you know, that's what you've got to look forward to. You know,
I hope so. I mean, the thing is, though, like, how does anyone still have any money at that age? Like, you know?
I know. I don't have any money at my age. I'm hoping I'm going to get some money by the time I get a little bit older so that I can actually afford to eat.
That's why you need to have children, so you can have someone to, like, move into their house when you're 115.
Have I missed that boat? Oh God, I'm going to be calling you up, Nick, and say, Nick, what's trending is that I can't eat. Can you come around and help me out? I'm 113.
In Indiana, David, the rate of adoption has increased manifold since Mike Pence forbade abortion. So you could always move there and just adopt yourself a child. My heart is overwhelming with Christian goodwill right now.
Oh man, what I love is we've got into politics for the last 30 seconds. What I love is
I think when Pence was talking about Christ, he creamed himself just a little.
A little bit. He did a little bit.
Just like a little pearl down there. I saw him kind of covering his crotch at the end of the show there.
As he was standing up to meet his wife. Yeah,
he's like,
did.
Sorry, honey. You know what happens when I start talking about Jesus.
the body of Pence was still all over him. Well, we're going to have to end there. We're going to have to end on a Pence cum shot.
I cream
So
for Jesus. I cream
Yeah.
for Jesus.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That's why I'm trending with Nick Morton.